Hello guys, welcome back. So from now on we are going to discuss about flexbox, and this is pretty much important. If you do not understand the last lecture, then that's not a problem because we are not using that float methods yet nowadays. Okay, so in floats we'll not be doing any layouts in the present day scenario. So in the present day scenario, we're going to use flexbox and css grids. Okay, so in that flexbox is pretty much important, and if you do not understand floats, concentrate more on this lecture. If you understand, then it's good. If you want to understand, just see that video again, because you know calculations are pretty much important in case of you know um, floats. Okay, while learning floats, you need to do calculations so much, you need to do the math. Okay, so before learning the flex box, I am going to do some changes here. Okay, I'm entirely creating a new html page in order to explain about flex box, because if you see in the last lecture where I have explained about floats, it is pretty much confusing because we are doing the layouts in the same page, isn't it? In the same HTML page which we are going from the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to create a new page and let me name that page as flexbox.html. Simple, flexbox.html. So I'm entirely creating a new page. You just need to understand that. Okay, so creating a new page is pretty much easy. And okay, and I want this apple.html. Okay, so I'll close everything else. I'll just here you can see home, product, sales, support, contact us. So instead of products, okay, products, I'm going to name it as flexbox. Okay, and I'm going to flexbox.html. So whenever I click on this flexbox link here, it will redirect to flexbox.html page. I haven't created anything yet. Okay, so if you see here, if you press this doc type html, okay, for now doc type html. So I'm going to create head. Okay, and I'm going to create a body. Okay, so inside head we are going to have a title, and let the name of the title be flexbox. So I just want to make F and B to be caps, so uppercase letters. Okay, for the time being, and I want this meta char set to be UTF-8. So these are the best practices which you can least follow. So I want to keep the language as English everywhere. I think it's okay, fine. So we should have HTML, right? So keep this HTML down there. Before that, let me paste it here. Let me cut this and paste it at the end. Let me save this. Yeah, fine. Now, yeah. So inside body, um, so this is the title flexbox. I do not have any body until now. So let me say reload this, and let me click on flexbox. It will be redirected to a new page. It's entirely a new page. So I have created a link flexbox in apple.html. So whenever I press on flexbox.html, it will be redirected to this page. You already know until now, right? So whenever I click, it will be redirected to here. So inside body, I'll make this as simple as I can. Okay, I'll make it very simple so that it will be very easy for you guys to understand. You know, just I am going to prepare these lectures in such a way that if you listen once, you will be understanding. There is no need to listen twice, okay, as of the last lecture, because you may be felt a little bit fear, right? Listening to the last lecture, you may have felt it's very hard to remember or to understand from now on, but it will not, I promise you, it will not be very hard for you guys from this lecture. Okay, I'm planning to make it as simple as I can. Okay, so let me add a div. Okay, so I'm adding a new div, and I'm going to give a class name, and I'm going to give it class name as container. Okay, simple, fine. So there is a div called container, fine. In this I'm going to give different divs. Okay, so I want to give div, I want to give 8 divs. Okay, 8 divisions. So these divisions you can think of anything like h1, h2, h3, or paragraphs or anything. These are the just the divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may think like you have 8 headings or 8 paragraphs or 8 images, or this is h1, h2, h3, image, paragraph, or anything. Okay, if you go to html, so this is a div, so this is a div, so this is a div, this paragraph is a div, this is a div. So you can think like this. Okay, so in the same way we have divided it into 8 divisions, and I'm divided this whole divisions into a single division. Okay, and I'm going to name these divisions. Okay, so I'm going to name this as class equals, you know, these are elements. So this is element 1. Okay, the same way I'm going to name it as element 2, element 3, and so on. That's it. So I'm going to paste it. I'm going to change it to 2. So these are some of the changes I'm going to make before explaining you in a clear cut, okay, about flexbox. So first let me paste it. Let me paste the class names. Okay, fine. So I'm going to name these divisions. I'm going to give the values for these divisions. Values in sense, if you think as paragraphs or if you think as headings, we should have something in here, right? So let me write this self study. Okay, so okay, before that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, total 8 divisions. These all are again defined under one division. Okay, so I'm dividing this like suppose you can think like this is a uh, article. Okay, this whole thing is a article. So article is a instead of article I have given is div. Okay, the same way instead of h1 I'm going to give div, instead of p I'm going to give div, and so in this way I have defined it as a division. Self study is, okay, and suppose an easy platform. So this is a paragraph, this is a heading, you can think of like that. Okay, it's an easy platform to learn. Here you can give online. Okay, there is no need to give any meaning to this. Okay, it may not be meaningful also. I'll just save this and I'll show you. This is a paragraph, this is a paragraph, this is a, or you can say that this is a heading, or this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is a, again heading 2, heading 3, this is a paragraph. Okay, you can think like that. Okay, I just given divs, okay, for your easy understanding. So another thing, instead of giving only one class name, we can give two class names. Okay, so you may ask, will there be any use, because we have already given one class name, so why to give two class names? You may ask that, but you will be understanding in a few more lectures, okay, why I'm giving two um, names for a class. So let me give two names. Okay, so each name is divided by a space, so you can call this class either by el or by el minus minus 1 or dash dash 1. Okay, so you can call in any way. Okay, it's your wish. So I'm giving two names. Okay, one is common to all and another thing is different. Okay, let me make the changes, so you will get to know why I am giving two names. So you now came to know this new thing, right? You can give two class names for a single class. You can give two names, and those two names are separated by a space, isn't it? So it's very easy to understand now. Okay, okay, fine. So there will not be any change here. You can save this, you can reload this, there will not be any change. Fine. But now what will I do? Wait, let me resize this. Okay, fine, right? Yeah, so I want to give background colors to each and everything. Okay, you know, right, how to give background colors. So instead of writing an external css, I want to write an internal css. Okay, in the last until last lecture you have seen external css, right? So from here on I'll be giving internal css because it's very less. If you see in the last lectures, the style.css, it's like up to 135 or 136 lines, so it's a big space. But I'm not going to give those many lines now. Okay, I'll make it as simple as I can. So below title, you know, I'll be making a below title, I'll be making a style. You know, right, how to make an internal css. If you do not remember, please go ahead, like go to the previous lectures and see that lecture once again. There will be three types of css styling. One is inline, internal, and external. We'll not use inline, okay, because it's very outdated, and also it's not a good practice to use. You can use internal if you have a very few lines of css coding. We'll use external if you have a large css coding. So for now I'll be using internal, like by giving style. Okay, so inside style I need to mention the what, I need to mention each and every stylings. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to give each a separate background color. So we have el1, el2, el3 and everything. So these are classes. Classes are denoted by dot el dash dash 1. Okay, you can give background color is not white. Okay, white will mix, isn't it? So you may say blue, suppose. Okay, so yeah, that's enough. If you save this, if you reload this, you can see Gel Study has a blue background. Same way, background color would be brown. Okay, no, sorry. Define el minus minus 2. So copy this, paste this over here, and now make it 2 and change it to brown. Okay, fine. And again paste it here, make it 3. Okay, so in the same way, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and total of eight divisions represented by eight different class names. Fine. So I need to change background color for each and everything. So here blue, brown, yellow. Next would be green, blue, brown, yellow, green, red and brown are same. So brown, violet, violet and blue will be same. So let me go to pink. Okay, here again, let me come to this yellowish shades or something like this. Yeah, yes. So this color is something different. Again, come to here. This no. This color would be something different. Yeah, fine. So let me save this and reload this. You can see each and everything has a different background colors now. If you increase, the background colors will also be increased. If you decrease, the background colors will also decrease. So you know, right, what is a layout? Jelf study and ease should be side by side, or Jelf study ease and should be side by side. So these are simply layouts, isn't it? So we'll be seeing how we'll now get these layouts according to our wish. Okay, because if you remember, when we are using floats, it is very difficult to you know, get two divisions side by side. It is very difficult because you need to do so many math. You need to calculate how many pixels, and you need to calculate how much pixels the left float should have, the right float should have, the below float should have, which, you know, which what we say, a padding top, how much padding top we should have. So we have to think a lot of math for that. So instead of doing all those things, you can simply use what's this called, flexbox. So flexbox is very simple to use. So I want to increase this font sizes and so on. So all this comes under a container. So I'll be giving a container dot container. Okay, and I'm going to give it sans serif. Font family would be sans serif. Sans serif. Fine. And I want to make a you know, font size. Okay, font size, I'll change font size also because it's very small. Suppose 40 pixels. Just save this, reload this. Yeah, it's fine now. If you want, you can make it 50 if you want. Okay, so font size would be 40 pixels. What's next? So I'll give margin to be 40 pixels again. Okay, margin to be 40 pixels, suppose. Yeah, so every around, you can see that on the top we have 40 pixels margin, on the left we have 40 pixels, on the right we have 40 pixels, and on the bottom also we'll have 40 pixels margin. Fine. So what can we do next? Font family, we have changed font size, margin, so that's enough for now. So what I have done, I have created a totally new web page, Flexbox. So I have created this link, Flexbox, in Apple page. So whenever I click on Flexbox, it will be redirected to Flexbox page, in which we have developed, um, you know, 8 divisions. Self-study is an easy platform to learn online. Okay, to learn instead of online, HTML we can keep. It will be giving more sense. But yeah, um, don't see this for a meaning, but this is a separate division. Like, think like this is having a picture, this is a heading, this is a navigation bar, this is a paragraph, this is a link, This is a related post. So we have different divisions. Okay, this is a footer. Think like this is a footer and so on. Okay, so for your very easy understanding, I have divided it into divs. So we have prepared to learn our flexbox. Okay, we are fully prepared to learn flexbox. So we have taken all the pre-necessary things. Okay, so I have created a new HTML page. So from the next lecture onwards, I'm going to explain how this flexbox will work. It means, you know, um, how this flexbox will work in sense, we'll keep this self study like this, is like this, and easy platform to learn online. Okay, side by side, these divisions, everything will be coming side by side. Okay, so that will be pretty much interesting to learn because it's trust me, it is a very easy and it's worth to learn. Okay, about flexbox because it in real life it helps a lot. Okay, so using floats, if it takes 1.5 2 hours to work, within 10 minutes we can work on this flexbox. Okay, so flexbox is that much advanced. So yeah guys, from the next lecture onwards we are going to get into flexbox totally. So let's meet up in the next lecture.